Broadcasting live from the mixed up world of Hyrule, this is the Link to the Past Randomizer League. Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Bobtastic. Joining me today on commentary is Mercer. Mercer, how you doing?
Pretty good tonight. How about yourself? I know you're coming off of another hot one.
Oh yeah, doing great. Everything's gonna be good. Tonight we have a match between the Wu-Tang Clan and the Clown Parade, both of which sound extremely frightening from where I'm sitting. We've got Method THOT, aka EmoSaru, on the left, and Shareen on the right. This is the Ambrosia match, match 2 Wisdom players of the divisional semifinals between these two teams. I believe it is the Lake Hylia division that these two teams represent.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this. Ambrosia's a fun mode just because you get to start with that boots in it, so you get to know that you won't see them until Ganon's Tower or something.
Yeah, that's true. I'm told that the Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to mess with.
Turtle Rock, I mean...
Close enough!
It's not quite Ganon's Tower, but it's in the general vicinity.
And we get a map check from Shareen. We have crystals at Eastern and Desert, along with a pendant at Tower of Hera.
Now that was the blue pendant. Since these are the Wisdom players, are they required to get that one?
I would say no, especially since in the original Link to the Past, the pendant of Wisdom was the red one.
Oh, I don't actually know the names. I was just looking at the top of the screen.
That's the thing. Normally, it wouldn't matter. But it's really weird. And like for the Link Between Worlds, they switched it to where Wisdom is blue like it normally is. But they just didn't have that established when Link to the Past happened. Anyway, we found a bow. Bows are important. Bows was in the second chest near the uncle.
Yeah, that wasn't our assured weapon. Since we had a assured sword, Uncle didn't have a weapon, so we don't get the 30 arrows that come with it on some standard starts if Uncle has it. But still, nice to see that early.
Yeah. And unfortunately, there's not really places in Eastern that guarantee you... Or Eastern. This isn't Eastern. This is Hyrule Castle. There's not really places that guarantee you will get bow.
Wow. Okay, so now we have 3 of our potential Uncle items already.
Okay. I mean, I'm just expecting Kane of Berna, Hammer, Kane of Samaria, 10 bombs for no reason, just all the way through this thing. What do you think?
I'm sure they would be thrilled to see the 10 bomb drop in particular.
Yeah, seems good. And a full magic never hurt nobody.
Especially not with that early fire rod. You're definitely...
Okay.
Wow.
Well, cape certainly is a thing. That kind of gives you... kind of gives me a little bit of pause as far as that potential for Aghanim 1 requirement. But not a guarantee at the moment.
Yeah, luckily the fire rod doesn't actually play into that one either. It does make that climb easier to do without the lamp, but it's not in the logic.
And I commend Shareen here for the heads-up play to switch to the fire rod and one-shot that ball and chain guard. That's one of my biggest weaknesses in this game, is remembering or thinking ahead of what items I need and getting to them quickly. otherwise known as the skills you need to menu effectively in this game. Emo, please don't die.
I was about to say, I don't think you want a death warp here. That's not going to work out for you.
I think she was just trying to get some drops. Just to figure out what drop table we're in.
Yeah, you can grab a couple hearts here along this hallway, so should be able to refill to get away from, like, getting one shot by the bats. Yeah, there we go.
Or at the very least, get away from that infernal heartbeat.
Yeah, there's that, too. So Shareen, a little ahead right now. Obviously, 5 minutes into the match, it's a completely decisive advantage from which there's no way back.
Gonna go ahead and disagree with you on principle there, but sure. It doesn't automatically add the kappa to the end of your voice, though. That's the problem.
That is true. There is potential for bombs in these drops.
And Shareen got one, looks like.
So, saved from having to run this back.
Unfortunately, the contents of the secret are pretty garbo.
Yep, but
EmoSaru picks one up there as well. Right before entering the room. Oh, and that is the pure, or at least almost pure bombs pool. So if Emo kills another one, she'll get an 8, I think, or a 4. Yeah, 4.
Yeah. 6 bombs heading into Kakariko is not too bad to have. Means you don't have to worry about it as you go through there.
Shareen going Lost Woods. Oh, there's a shovel in the escape chest. Did Shareen skip it?
No, Shareen got it.
Oh, okay. So I've seen a shovel get skipped there before, and it was a problem.
Also, apparently, bombs are our tier 2 tree pole and just hanging out in Lost Woods and such.
Looks like explosives are not going to be a problem today. Shareen doing the save and quit from Lost Woods play.
Well, especially with the shovel in hand, may want to go by the dig spot.
Seems reasonable.
Probably will do South Shore first. Or no, this looks like a possible eastern area play.
Yeah, gonna check the island, I think, and then probably just book it for eastern. What? That's a hook shot.
Was it? I didn't get a good look, I'm afraid. I was like,
that
it's
was
either
a
the hook shot or the single arrow.
I am 80% certain that was a hook shot on the Lake Hylia island. Meaning, yeah.
Well, so we're
At
gonna
least we know that you'll have access to the hook shot once you have access to Swamp. And you know that the hook shot won't be in Swamp.
And Swamp is a green panda.
Swamp. EmoSaru picks up red mail and blue mail in the Blind's hut. And a mirror.
There's our mirror.
Well, that's one of the 2 pieces for that hookshot. Well, that and Dark World access. So I guess 5 pieces for that hookshot.
And with the bow in hand, Shareen going to go ahead and clear Eastern, I'm guessing.
And EmoSaru picks up a second sword in the well, just a lamp away from being able to access Aga 1.
Yeah, I think there are ways from doing that without the Moon Pearl in hand, though.
True facts. Yeah, if you spawn at the pyramid and you have the flippers in hand, you can absolutely reach the Lake Hallie Island. Here we will explore true facts about the Moon Pearl. The Moon Pearl is an item that lets you be yourself in the Dark World. Though if anyone's really stopping you from being yourself, then that's a problem on their own. Anyway, I'm done.
No, there's the single arrow.
Alright, Shareen heading through Eastern, expertly picking up all of the arrow drops which existed. So go with me on this journey for a second. I feel like when Shareen heads to the back, there's a chance he'll actually get the 90 rupees in the back.
Yeah, that would make sense. Doesn't even have money for Bottle Vendor at the moment. Could even light a torch with the fire rod to make it slightly easier. Ooh.
Oh, we got a glove, folks. Glove in the big key chest of Eastern, meaning that is lamp locked.
Yes, though Armos Knights won't be with that fire rod.
Correct. Bombos acquired for EmoSaru in the dam. Okay, Shareen did not go for the 90 rupees. Making a liar out of me, though I guess I wasn't really lying. It was more speculation. There is the hammer!
This is a pretty nice early seed, really. So, unless we've got a Pyramid Moon Pearl, we do not need to worry about going up to Aga for Dark World access.
Yeah. And even if you did, like, logical Aga access would also grant you logical access to that glove, so you don't have to worry about logic. Speaking of logical access, there's the lamp. Oh, and the flute is on Armos. Hello. Oh, that is gonna do Shareen some good right there. Get to activate the flute on your first trip to CAC, and then you get to use it to clear out Sphere 1. Yes, please.
Yeah, it's a nice payoff for putting off Kakariko. Didn't really miss out on anything that's going to cost time on the eastern side. Like, Master Sword in Eastern Palace is pretty unnecessary.
Yeah. Alright, full heart in Ice Rod Cave. And it looks like Shareen's going to go digging.
Yeah, I believe this was just a heart piece. Yeah, so it looks like they're going to cover each other's general tracks now. Shareen will. We'll see how whether Shareen does South Shore after this or heads up the mountain. Mountain doesn't have very much without the mirror and hammer, so probably does South Shore.
Does look like EmoSaru is going to go ahead and take care of the eastern area. And I did not notice that bottle the first time, but that's another thing that Shareen will be able to take care of while he's here in CAC the first time. Alright, just a heart piece on the sick kid is going to bring Shareen up to 6 hearts.
Yeah, the seed has been pretty generous early, which all of my experience with Randomizer means it's going to be a nightmare hunt for the ice rod or something at the end.
Yeah, that is quite a possibility. Shareen activating the flute. Say hi to everyone's favorite swag duck. Alright, so Shareen will be picking up that Master Sword while EmoSaru make her way through Eastern. So we're just having a little bit of a retread of some of the things we've already seen here. But, you know, there's important things at basically all of these locations, so.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what Shareen does heading out of Kakariko. I have to imagine EmoSaru will be going to activate Flute right after this.
I would guess Shareen will be fluting to 7 to take care of, you know, the Dam and Mini Moldworm Cave. But after that, that's where the change or the difference would happen.
Yeah, I'm guessing we see both of them head up to the mountain after they cover everything the other has done. I think Shareen is going to be marginally ahead at that point. I'm not totally certain.
Yeah, it's a little bit up in the air for me. I'm not sure. If I were Shareen, I'm not sure if I would do the mountain or if I would do like Hype Cave and stuff like that.
You're not doing that without the Moon Pearl.
Oh yeah, I forgot the pearl isn't a thing.
Yeah, we're still alive for that Pyramid Pearl Aga 1 if you're really into that kind of thing.
That's gross. Yeah, definitely mountain then. Don't pay any attention to the man behind the curtain. Though I guess you can't see the curtain either, so.
Yeah, I mean, they'll have access to all of Light Death Mountain with the mirror and hammer. And fire source, they can full clear Hera even if they need something out of the basement.
That was an excellent fight from EmoSaru there for Armos. I keep wanting to call it Ice Armos when it's clearly not. There's no ice in there.
That would be a very interesting setting on the randomizer, like 25% chance that it's just Ice Armos out of nowhere.
I think it's called Festive. No, I'm kidding.
I keep
Like
trying
the
to
original
talk into
Festive
April
Seed
Fool's
had
Festive.
ice everywhere. Alright, so we'll see what Shareen's going to do from here. He's getting the flute out. So I think a flute to 1 will be in order.
Yep, and
he might flute to 6 if he's feeling saucy. But yeah, 1 it is.
That would be very saucy for that single item.
And there's EmoSaru picking up the good old flute. Or getting it activated, that is.
Yep, and needs to turn sick kid. So yeah, probably about 30 seconds behind, all said and done. Something in that neighborhood.
Big 20 on the old man as Shareen heads up the mountain. And EmoSaru cleaning out, going to rescue the old man. So yeah, like you said, about 30 seconds separating them with roughly the same count here.
Don't know that EmoSaru checked Lake Hylia Island, so I don't know that she knows about the hook shot, but I think that's more or less the only difference between the runners in terms of checks.
Shareen has quickly ruled out Spectacle Rock, though he is going to want to actually mirror onto Spectacle Rock. And we've got our map check. We've got 5 6s at Skullwoods and Thieves Town, our 2 pendants. We had Swamp Green, we have Ice as the remaining red pendant, so there you go.
So we're just the Moon Pearl away from being able to get the Pyramid Fairy. Because
speaking of,
Skullwoods will be... that's vanilla-ish.
Vanilla-ish? I didn't know this was Pokemon. Alright, 10 bombs up there on the floating island.
Oh, we might see more of Hera out of EmoSaru. Or not.
Not that much. Gets the small key, he's like, nope!
Without the hook shot, no Hera pot, and you're only looking for 1 item anyway, so...
And it's pendant Hera. No thanks.
Yep, bookmark that for later when we're on the true ice rod hunt, though.
Up to Tempered Sword in Paradox Cave. We had a boomerang in Spiral Cave. I didn't even notice that for the first time. Okay, Shareen is leaving here. I guess he's floating away.
And start Dark World exploration here. Are we just going straight to pod? Okay.
Interesting. Starting with the pod play, which, you know, it's 100% in logic. I don't see why you wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, got Tempered Sword. It's never really going to get that much easier than it is now. You know, boots are a long, long time away.
Oh, go with me on this journey for a minute. What if the flippers are in GT?
Yeah, I thought of that as soon as we saw Swamp as a pendant, but I didn't want to curse them like that. That is possible, but mean.
And we know where the hookshot is. It's on the Lake Hylia Island, so that's a, you know, learn to hover or double dip GT.
Well, there is always the mold arm bounce, which I called a race where it came down to like one attempt at executing that at the end. It was really exciting.
Piece of heart from Hype Cave Batman. We got an ether medallion and a bug net and 300 rupees. It's potentially worth something.
It gets us to Zora money. But really, whether the Hype Cave was worthwhile depends on if we need that ether medallion. If we do, then it was required. If we don't, then yeah.
Yep, the hookshot is in fact on Lake Hylia Island. Alright, so we're going to get Grove Ledge, Cave 45, etc. taken care of while Shareen goes to the right side of Pop. 50 rupees there. There was also 50 rupees on Stumpsman, so I'm sensing a theme.
There aren't even that many 50 rupee drops in the poll. I don't remember the exact count, but it's actually...
I believe the number is 7.
Okay, I thought it was less than the 300s, but apparently not.
There's 5 300s and 7 50s. Oh! Shareen has located the Titan's mitts on the right side of pod.
Okay, so that's a lot of options that Shareen's going to have heading out of here.
I like how EmoSaru just dug up an extra patch of ground outside the area just to show that it could be done. Because I didn't know it could be done. Haven't even considered trying it. EmoSaru is going to go ahead and head into the dark world on the west side. Cane of Samaria! Good lord! So Pod is real.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm actually expecting we might see EmoSaru do the big red bomb on the way to Pod.
That would be interesting. I mean, I don't imagine there's any scenario in which crystals 5 and 6 aren't in her possession at that point.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're in Shareen's spot, do you think about diving Turtle Rock for those boots? They probably punish you just by being on Trinex at that point.
So I would not want to go up to Turtle Rock at this point without having the hookshot for Hookshot Cave as well. Now, of course, if the flippers are up there, then it's just like, here, have a finger. Alright, EmoSaru are going to go ahead and finish out Skull Woods here in the back. Tempered Sword Moth will be pretty functional.
Just to make sure I'm not crazy, there's a bunch of glitches that I don't necessarily know all of the ins and outs of. There is no way to get that Lake Hylia Island without flippers within the No Major Glitches rule set, correct?
I believe that is correct. Maybe. There might be a way to set up a water walk. Actually, yeah, Fairy Revival could also do it.
Okay, Chad is telling me there are ways to do it, so, we'll see if either of these runners goes for that if we don't find the flippers.
So you could set up the water walk in Skull Woods and then go all the way down through CAC and all that mess, but you'd need the boots for that. And those are in Turtle Rock, so... Alright, so Shareen dealing with Pod.
It's a very worthwhile Pod.
Shareen is the only one who knows about the hookshot at the moment.
To answer chat, we know boots are in Total Rock because our uncle told us this is an ambrosia seed.
Yeah, that's one of the things that the ambrosia setting does is you get the uncle will tell you what region the boots are in. Oh, yeah. And you know what? We haven't even mentioned this other thing where there's guaranteed to be a non-dungeon item on the boss.
Right.
And that's another reason why you wouldn't necessarily go to the top of Hera at this point.
Yeah, you'd have to kill Moldarm for it. You didn't even have the hookshot to make that fast. It would have been doing the whole dungeon, including vanilla basement.
All right, so Shareen is going to, press the press the mitts advantage here and head toward Desert and Mire.
Yeah, can't get into well, you can get into Mire, can't do a whole lot.
Right.
Also cannot finish Desert, that is boots locked.
Yep. So Turtle Rock is locking Desert.
Yeah, and we need either the boots or the hookshot, which are on Lake Hylia Island and in Turtle Rock. So.
And there is our ice rod.
Well, so much for the true ice rod hunt today. I'm sure EmoSaru is very happy to see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you will see a Turtle Rock clear, assuming it's not Quake to get in once they've crossed over and gotten each other's items.
Shareen heading into a Gina's cave. Think this is the first time we've seen this?
It is.
Just additional bombs. So yeah, the flippers are kind of our roadblock at the moment.
Yeah, and then unless Turtle Rock is Quake, I think we're in, no mode at that point, right? Because we know where the boots are. They're in Turtle Rock, and we know where the hookshot is.
I think Shareen might be making the Dark Death Mountain play here.
Yep, and we know this will result in a Turtle Rock double dip. Ice Rod is not hanging out in its randomizer vanilla location on, Laser Bridge.
Mm-hmm. Assuming you can get into Turtle Rock at all, but
yeah, if it's the vanilla Quake, we gotta find that. But if it's Bombos or Ether, we're good.
Where was Ether again?
Hype Cave.
Oh, okay. I was like, because Shareen doesn't have it.
Yeah, I don't think Shareen's been to Hype Cave, so It might be to Shareen's advantage if this is Ether or Quake to prevent a double dip.
But if they get the flippers, they will know where hookshot is. Or they will be able to get hookshot.
We will know where hookshot is, at least. Like I said, EmoSaru, I don't think knows that it's on Lake Hylia Island.
Oh no, it's Bombos.
Well, it depends on where the boots are. If the boots are on Trinex, this might hurt.
If the boots are in, the first couple of chests, then cool. I mean, watch the flippers be in Mimic Cave.
Well, that would help. But I suspect once you start this clear, you go to Laser Bridge. Hype Cave is retroactively -1 out of 10.
Yes. Well, I'd give it a 1 just because I like the bug net. Anyways, there's a mushroom in the attic chest of Thieves Town.
Yeah, I mean, could be our, one remaining item. Could also still be something useful like silver arrows. If nothing else, having that makes menuing a little nicer.
So Shareen just picked up did the hardest trick in the game. Just remembering to go down when you don't have the hookshot in this room.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every randomizer player has made that mistake a couple dozen times.
There are the boots!
Let's see if Shareen continues. That's early enough.
Nope. Down.
So that's going to work out pretty well.
Nope, and right out. He may just He may go right back in, but I think he intends to check first just a hookshot cave and perhaps Super Bunny.
We definitely check Super Bunny with it being in logic and all.
It's the Cane of Burna.
Yeah, we already had the cape, so not the most useful item.
Alright, blind fight time.
Our bubbles have had nice refills today. I think that's 2 blue potions and a green. 3 blue potions and a green.
Fair enough. Seed, you trying to make us look bad? Is that what you're doing here? Alright, Shareen checking the King's Tomb location. What the flippers? What?
Wow.
Are you a psychic?
So, Shareen does not know where the ice rod is. It is not yet go mode. It is, no mode for us. Okay, sure.
Yeah, that's a game.
Boots are on the right side of Turtle Rock, the fire rod locked chests.
Oh, Shareen is having a good day.
Yeah, you have to think that Shareen's going to end up clearing out some of these dungeons, but Ice Rod was in Village of Outcasts. We'll definitely get it whenever they do.
Yeah, when you're doing Thieves Town, you're not skipping those checks.
Right. It was, I believe, the C-shaped house. So
it looks like Shareen's going to go ahead and finish Desert. I guess he'll probably finish Mire while he's here, because why not?
Yeah, you have to think that Shareen's going to just focus on the dungeons, but the Ice Rod is in a check that is very incidental to a dungeon, so...
This could theoretically be a hover seed.
It might be.
If it weren't for the fact that if it weren't for the fact that you actually know exactly, or we actually know exactly where that hookshot is. Though EmoSaru doesn't at the moment, but I imagine she will eventually.
Yeah, I don't know if EmoSaru knows either hovering or the Mulderm bounce.
It's on Lake Hylia Island.
Yeah, which makes that flipper location just kind of extra funny, given that we knew boots were going to be in Turtle Rock.
Ice Rod was the C-shaped house, so we don't expect Shareen to miss that at all.
Yeah, the biggest thing is it probably means a full clear of Mire, so depending on the Mire layout, that might make a difference if EmoSaru is in go mode for it.
Alright, so that finishes off Desert. I imagine Shareen will be heading back to Mire now.
There's the Titan's mitts. EmoSaru. Also going to get the Cane of Samaria in here.
Yeah, pod was really, really loaded.
Yeah, this is a pretty pure jet seed, really. Like, most of the progression has been along the way. We got, 3 major items in Escape.
It's a major jet seed, assuming that you actually pull a Shareen and go to Turtle Rock, grab the boots, and peace out. And then immediately do King's Tomb. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, or if you know the ways to bypass that hookshot requirement. Right. So, I, again, do not know if EmoSaru does or not, and it will be interesting to find out.
And Shareen has picked up the big key of Meyer in the bridge chest, and then finds the powder in the spike chest. Because it's Ambrosia, he knows he's done here.
Yeah, that's a pretty friendly layout.
Also, free powder. That's all I'm saying.
Sure, it's one of the best safeties in the game, although they're decently loaded out, I think, on like 3 or 4 key potions.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the 4th yet, but we'll get another blue potion off blind whenever Shareen gets around to it.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Doesn't look like Spooky's arms are going to have to do it the vanilla way.
See, the thing is, I think it was armed, but I think he just aimed too high and too low.
That's
like
also
the first
possible.
one was
I don't know the
a little too high, and the second one I think was a little too low. Like, you want to line it up with that third block. Which is something I learned during my last commentary. This is another reason I do commentaries, because there's people I can talk to who, actually know things about this game. Shareen is doing some butter sword dashes through those eyes. We're going to have ourselves a really quickly squashed set of eyeballs. All right, Shareen fluting to 3. This is going to be the Thieves Town and Skull Woods play, I'm sure. If I had to guess, beginning with Skull Woods, because that just feels quicker to get to. No, heading south.
Yeah, this will end up working out for Shareen.
This will definitely work in his favor. Which I guess he's going to do after beating Thieves Town. Though, I will say, I have been guilty of checking either Sea House or Chest Game, going into Thieves Town, and then forgetting to check the other 2.
Yeah, it is possible that it gets forgotten here, but
I doubt it.
Probably not. It's not going to cost much time not being in go mode through Thieves Town. The big key is it's a vanilla location, so you wouldn't really save time on the front. And the big chest, it doesn't cost but 10 seconds or something.
Menu just not agreeing with EmoSaru there. She's like,
I know the feeling.
Not wanting to switch to the mirror. Yeah, the fact that EmoSaru is still checking things tends to indicate that hovering is not something she'd be particularly interested in doing. The flippers were in King's Tomb.
You should know where the boots are from the hint at the start of the seed.
I'm not gonna lie, the main reason I'm using EmoSaru to refer to the runner on the left is because I've never actually heard that second word pronounced. I've only seen it written down. The flippers were in King's Tomb.
Shareen going into the blind fight.
Oh, maybe
so
he's
far.
not actually into the... Anyway.
I may have cursed him there, that one. But gets it down anyway.
It looks like EmoSaru is turning in the mushroom. So we'll get to see what that is. Alright, so
it does a hard reset to save it for potential, fake powder, or just to save the item in the menu slot.
Alright, so Shareen checks the brewery, gets the big 20. Hopefully he remembers to check Sea House.
I would be astonished if it got forgotten at this point.
Okay. Good. Good for him.
Yep. And that's going to put Shareen in go mode. Basically can go get the hook shot, which he knows where it is.
Yeah, Shareen absolutely knows where the hook shot is. I'm still not convinced that EmoSaru does, but...
Yeah, I genuinely do not know. I was looking at Shareen's screen at the time that Lake Island would have been checked on EmoSaru's side.
And to be fair, even if I was super consistent, or unless I was super consistent with hovering and things like that, I would still go pick up that hook shot just in case.
Yeah. And even with hovering and all, if the big key is on the left side, it gets really obnoxious with bomb jumps and all.
All right. EmoSaru opening up Turtle Rock. Probably going to head inside, intending to clear it out.
Yeah, we'll get to single dip this, which is nice, but not going to really save that much time since the boots were not far in.
Right. All right, so that's Shareen's 6th crystal. All he's got to do is go back up to Turtle Rock, finish that off, and he will be on to GT.
Yeah, depending on the GT Big Key location, we might see quite a time for this finish.
And as expected, Shareen is going to pick up that hook shot.
Yeah, I would have been a little surprised to see it get skipped.
So, fun fact, Shareen never checked Hype Cave.
That's true. Well, that's just as well. It was only full of disappointment today in the end.
It was total garbo, but how often do you get to see that? Yeah, so with Butter Sword, Blue Mail, I don't expect Shareen to spend a ton of time checking anything else along the way.
Also,
for the potential of silvers.
Also, 3 blue potions and a green potion.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty academic exercise from here on out. Alright, EmoSaru did go for the middle chest, the big key chest in Turtle Rock. So again, imagining that the flippers are still at the top of her priority list. Or, the hook shot. Which we know the flippers lead to.
Yeah, and it's possible that that she's going to go into GT looking for those.
Oof. Yeah, that would be unfortunate. There's a second shield in Mimic Cave. For anybody who's a fan of shields.
There are like 2 people in the entire randomizer community that are fans of shields.
I'm a fan of a red shield as long as I get it before blind. Otherwise, I don't care. Also, I really like the Shy Guys bunny sprite. It's basically the Subrosion Shy Guy stuff from Oracle of Seasons.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the sprite work done by the
Or
developers.
it might it might actually be the Shy Guy sprite from like Super Mario All Stars, with the Super NES or the Super Mario Bros. 2 off of that. Anyway. But yeah, King's Tomb is where the flippers are, and the hook shot is locked by the flipper.
And the boots were up in Turtle Rock.
Mm-hmm. Shareen finds a small key along the way, and we'll just be heading directly to Trinex. And there's the Quake medallion.
And now for the fight, the Butter Sword is actually most useful in the game, as it enables a zero cycle Trinex. Doesn't look like Shareen's going to go for that.
I still have yet to figure out how to get in there without getting run over. But here's how you do it. Except EmoSaru is doing it with the Tempered Sword, so you still gain a bit of a speed advantage, but you can't get it done in zero cycle.
Yeah, that fourth sword being boots locked in
Yeah.
long chests, actually.
So I wonder if EmoSaru is going to check, probably going to check Super Bunny Cave and Hookshot Cave. I wonder if she'll go for Spike Cave.
Oh, people want to do their guess. They got like 15
time.
seconds.
Do the thing. Get your guesses in. 22 locations. Where's Big Key? I don't know. Do you?
Yeah, it's going to be on the torch.
Okay. Cool. We'll stop it here in a second. Nope, it's not on the torch.
That's a shame. It would have been nice to see what kind of time Shareen could have come up with if it had been.
All right. Number 2, 10 arrows. Number 3, small key. Number 4, big key.
Well, with a small key to 2 small keys, don't even have to kill the mini Helmosaur. All right, then. That was quick.
There's a Tesla coil with the win there. Didn't even have to guess it exactly right. Got a 5. Shareen with some nice work on those mimics.
Let's see how Shareen does going up this gauntlet, but this has a shot at sub 70, I think.
I don't know.
I'm bad at guessing how long it's gonna take.
I
no
think,
silvers, maybe not.
I think getting like getting to AGA 2 in 107. That could happen.
Not 107, sub 70 total, like our time.
Sub 70. Okay. Yeah, that could happen. That's likely. Yeah. EmoSaru is actually looking for the hook shot right now. Because she doesn't know where it is. But Shareen did know, because he jumped into Lake Hylia to check the island early.
Yeah, although it would just be a flipper hunt instead of a hookshot hunt in the other case. And this, crystal would be necessary regardless.
Okay. Shareen, no interest in checking the rest of this garbage upstairs. Shoutouts to exactly 500 rupees.
Well, you never paid Zora, so you get to keep it for yourself. Carry it over to the next seed, maybe. Not even taking the half a second there. Which, I mean, Shareen left so much unchecked that I don't even blame them. Like, it's very unlikely that that's silvers.
Yeah, there's no point in looking for silvers right now.
Yeah, and silvers are literally the only item that would affect any of the rest of the game.
It's just the one hit there. And another one.
I'm going to be really interested to see what Shareen's collection rate ends up at. Like, this might be...
It was like 12?
Not quite that low, but like 135,
yeah,
maybe
like
40, somewhere in that.
All right, Shareen finishing AGA 2, 107, 29 or 30, and heading to the boss, heading to Ganon. Time to make the bacon.
Just wailing on Ganon for the fun of it. You only need 6 hits for the phase. I guess one of those chests might have been it, actually.
Yeah, could have been. I mean, there's a good chunk of things that it was.
Yeah, we didn't check like 18 items in the basement, so most likely it was down there.
Watch it be like one of the 2 chests on the right that he didn't check.
All the Hope Room checks, that would be kind of funny.
Shareen getting some nice triple hit cycles here.
Yeah, these are excellent silverless cannons. And there it goes.
There
Okay.
it is.
That is a staggering finish time.
Good God. There it is, Shareen finishing with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 49 seconds. And we can see, based on what we see on the left side of the screen, that EmoSaru is immediately done with that mess.
Yeah, that was the last crystal, but would still need to hunt down the hook shot, and not interested in doing that with the seed completed.
So Shareen has joined us, and EmoSaru has also joined us. I mean, I don't even know what to say. That was a thing.
GG Shareen, that's the thing to
GG.
say. Also, word I'm not allowed to say on speedgaming this game. So
Yeah, saw that in the IRC chat. I'm like, yeah, I can understand that sentiment, right?
I was preparing it. I've never had a bigger ice round hunt than this seed. I was mentally prepared.
yeah, I had the ice rod no sweat, but this is the third time that I've gotten just like super degenerate seeds in this league. This is like mystery week, but less dumb.
It's rough because if you don't make the pod play, it can spiral very quickly. Like when I saw that Thieves and Skull were 5/6s, I'm like, wow, this is so cool. I can like go to Outcast, do all of it, do Hype Cave into Pyramid Fairy.
Yup.
Like there was this whole efficient route. But I'm like, I already have Flute and I've done Eastern, so let's just knock out pod. And when I got my Mitts and Kane, and I already had Bombos, like I was starting already to think in my head about the boots. And my thought process was, after this, I'm going to go to Desert. I'm going to see if it's boots locked and check the Meyer Medallion. If Desert is boots locked, I'm going immediately to TR because I know how the mountain climbs are going to work. And that was kind of my gamble, so I went to TR, got the boots, and left. I finished Meyer and Desert, and the reason I wanted to go to TR was I wanted to water walk my hook shot. Like I said, I had that knowledge. I ended up finding the flippers. Like my original plan was
literally
get the boots.
right afterwards.
My plan was get the boots, finish Meyer and Desert, and then I'm on an ice rod hunt. I'll do Thieves and Skull, and then after Skull, I'll water walk my hook shot, and we'll just do the search from there and see how it goes.
Yeah,
But-
if I had checked the island, I would have water walked the hook shot. But the reality of the situation is given what you did routing wise, I think you would have won anyway. Because I went the other way around. So I did Skull into Thieves, and then to Pod, and then did the same desert check you did, checked the Meyer Medallion, and then went to TR. But I think the way that you ended up routing it, I think you would have won regardless. So
yeah, it just pieced together really well. Like and because of where the ice rod was, I only ended up doing like a few empty checks, like the boot checks and lumberjack. You know, Meyer was super quick, so I didn't get punished for doing Meyer and Desert early. Like every dungeon this seed, except for Eastern. Like Pearl was the first item in Hera, so I just left immediately. And
Same, yeah.
Desert, you got the item and you knew where the big key was, so there's no reason to do anything else there. And then Meyer, you get the big key in the powder, so you just go to the boss. Yeah, I was a little concerned in the early game because I sequence broke my glove, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep going until I find the lamp, just in case. That's my second glove. That was how my beginning went. I actually hit the Dark World relatively late, I think, 20-some minutes. But like, this is crazy. I've never had a seed this fast, and it was a standard, so that's always slow.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe this might be a personal best time for you. I don't know if you keep track of that.
I actually played the daily earlier, and I got a 111, which broke my PB. I've had like a bunch of 114s in open standard, but I've never managed to crack a sub 110. You know, you got to hit the god route just right, and you know, I finally hit it pretty well. I mean, listen, if the ice ride was in Turtle Rock, I'm getting a 2-hour time. I'll tell you that right now. I was gonna clear all the overworld, probably peek back, and then just do every single pendant dungeon. Like this was a mess. This was a mess of a seed.
Well, you put it together. So GG. Like, I mean, seriously. I mean, like, regardless of my salt, like you played it really, really well, and so I am very happy for you. I'm very sad for me, but I am very happy for you.
Well, there's a lot more of a series to play. We got to get to 3 wins.
Yep,
So
it is
there's gonna
true.
be a lot more of a series still to go.
So have your team played any of the other matches, or?
I think they're all later this week. I think we've got.
I think they're both tomorrow night.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, because I know Ducks tomorrow night. I don't remember when Solski is scheduled for. So.
Can I just say, these two teams have together the most frightening names of all time. Because I'm told the Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to mess with.
Oh,
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to word I'm not allowed to say on SpeedGaming about this game or the Wu-Tang Clan.
We got our butts whooped in week 2. We both forfeited. We got 0-2'd. We both forfeited. There, yeah.
Yeah, that was our mystery week. We got swept hard because we got randoed really bad.
But yeah, Wu-Tang Clan, I gotta say, they got the best logos, best name out of all the teams, and there's a lot of good logos. Like I thought ours was pretty good, but yeah, there's a lot of funny teams out there.
I appreciate the respect for our branding.
I'm not even touching a whole parade full of clowns. Just no.
I feel like clowns are like ninjas. They get less frightening if there's more than one of them.
Maybe.
Oh man, I still can't believe the seed happened. Like I'm still processing it. I'm looking at my collection.
Congratulations on the
I
time.
see 3 blue goose in my collection.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
And you never used a one of them.
Had to rush with the clock.
209 menu time. Somebody who knows what they're doing. We got to see this collection rate. 107.
I vastly overestimated that.
That is less than
Good
half.
Lord.
A lot of that has to do with Ambrosia. Like there was definitely a god route in there, but if you change it from Ambrosia to normal, it goes up to like I would say a 120. Because you have to think that I opened like 3 chests in Mire. I opened 1 chest in Skullwoods. You know, I never did Hype Cave. You know, Ambrosia can definitely lower your collection a little bit.
Fair enough.
And
then GT, obviously.
Right. Just the four check GT.
Yeah.
Any particular reason you is the straight left side play something you always do, or is that just what you felt like doing it?
I've recently started doing the Dark Magician half more often because I've never honestly felt that I like lose a seed by doing it, whereas you know sometimes if I go to Hope Room and I get a small key and someone Dark Magicians and gets their big key, I feel like that's why I lost the seed. So I typically like doing Dark Magician because you know the punishments are you do an empty Stalfos room if the big key's in Hope Room, which you know most of the time they're gonna have to grab a pot key anyway, so that's not a big deal. Yeah, I just consider it more of a safe route. That's why I started doing it.
Fair enough. So, EmoSaru, we know your feelings on this seed, but is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, not really. I mean, seriously. I mean, the main thing is like, you know, GG to Shareen, like for real. I mean, again, like even if I had checked Hylia Island and done the thing, from how they routed it, which would not have changed, I don't think, substantially for me. because I was not going to go to pod first, no matter what. So, given how they were at like GG, I think they had this regardless. Although it would have been a lot closer, but yeah, seriously, GG. I do actually have to get going because I just got a phone call that I have to go take. But yeah, GG Shareen, and thanks to you guys for commentating and tracking and all of that good stuff.
Yep. Thank you for the restream and the volunteers.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Once again, thank you to both of our runners, Shareen and EmoSaru, for putting on an excellent show. Thank you to the tracker SoulCall 2044 for joining me for this seed and the previous seed I did. Thank you, Mercer, for joining me on commentary, and to all the crew behind the scenes who get this thing up and running. This would be impossible without all of you, so thank you so much for your hard work on that. And Mercer, unless you have anything else to say, I think it's about time to wrap it up. What do you think?
Yeah, that'll do it for me. Everybody have a great night. Thank you for joining me on commentary here, Dr. Bob, and good night.
I've been Dr. Bobtastic. Good night, everybody.